Visionz Productions.
What's going on? Welcome to the Master Your Vision podcast. We're going to come back with another episode on music distribution. Once again, I'm hosting. I got my main man, my business partner, Dominique, right here next to me.
Yes, sir.
And today, we want to break down exactly what music distribution is and why it's important and why does an artist need it, because a lot of people might not be informed on exactly what it is. So I'm going to ask you, brother, in your own words and simple terms, so that the people can understand what exactly is music distribution.
Simple. Basically, it's a place where you house all of your music, all of your digital music, all of your audio files, your content creation. Because most distributors, they do it all in one, so you can do music and videos in the same one. So it's just a place to house your music, essentially.
Okay, that's good. That's good. So every artist has to have this then, because essentially that's where your music catalog will be.
Yeah.
Like all your bodies of work, all your songs, it will be housed under this distribution platform.
Absolutely.
So that it can go out to all these other music sites. So you can get on Spotify, so you can get on Apple Music,
Bingo.
so you can get on all these streaming platforms.
Yes, sir.
They have to go through the distributor in order to get there though.
Yep.
Okay, sounds great, sounds great. So how much does that cost? Because it sounds like it might be expensive for somebody to actually have a distribution company, because it sounds big, you know what I'm saying? So can you get into exactly like what fees are expected to be incurred when an artist is looking to get on these platforms?
To really be honest, as far as fees, I haven't dealt with fees in so long because I've been doing it. So my advice is to really just do research on what fits your pockets, on where you at right now. I can give you suggestions on companies to look at. Like when I first started out, I was on DistroKid.
Okay.
They were cool. I had a couple of mishaps with them, like when I
What was their fee? Not to cut your wisdom off, but what was their fee for DistroKid?
See, they got like 3 different fees. So
they got different tiers.
Yeah, they got like different tiers. So that's what I'm saying. I'm not like 100% sure. I know they got like a one that you can just like put out like singles, and then one where you can do like unlimited singles, and then it's another one like if you a label,
okay,
you can do all of your different artists.
So do you remember any kind of like ballpark number that maybe you can give to people? Like,
I mean, it's reasonable. Like it's not over $100
a month, or is it a year?
A year.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
so it's not nothing expensive.
It ain't nothing crazy.
Okay.
I really want to. If I had to put a guess on it, I feel like the label one might be like $65 a year.
Okay, because
that's the highest one.
They're gonna be putting out a mass body of music.
Yeah, so that's the highest one.
Okay.
A lot of other ones, like when I went to, I think it's Badia or Vidia, one of the two. I forgot their name, but I was doing a little business with them, and they did theirs off of percentages. So it kind of like depends on whatever deal you work out with them. Like I had 95.5, you know what I'm saying, when I was with them, but we had a little more leverage also. So they might do like a 80-20 or a 90-10 with other people. I don't know, but I wasn't playing the rodeo. You know what I'm saying? So that's the deal that we worked out when I was with them.
So when you're choosing these different distributors and platforms, I know there's DistroKid, TuneCore, United Masters, CD Baby. What are you looking for? Because how does an artist even choose? Because there's so many different options. It's like, what do I look for? How do I know, okay, this versus this person? Mm-hmm. Other than budget-wise. Of course, budget's going to play a part in it, but other than the budget part, how does somebody choose which distribution company that they actually want to go to?
So for me, like I look for support. I look for a distributor who's going to support my brand, who's going to support my upcoming releases, who's going to support my albums, who gives me the privilege to do playlist pitching with them, that I can do like sync opportunities with them to put my music in. So that's kind of like the route that I take. I look at all of them and I just see like which one best fits for like us and our brand. And we're not like paid to promote them or nothing like that, but of course, you know, we go with Symphonic. The reason why I go with them is because it's like an all-in-one platform and brand. Everything is inside of the Symphonic app. They got great customer service. They reach back out extremely fast. They got a lot of marketing, radio, a lot of different things in there that you can like take advantage of and use to explode your career like today. So
that sounds like a good recommendation. And we ain't gonna recommend it too strong because Symphony y'all ain't paid us, but
yeah, nah, for real,
it's a recommendation. Hey, if y'all know Symphony, y'all know them people, let them know. Hey, a man just put y'all on, so when people start coming, we need some distributions from that. But anyway, I'm just talking, but that's a good insight to have though, because that does get somebody insight of like what you're looking for. So it is good sound advice to be like, okay, looking for those, like you said, support. Not just because I know some distributors you can't even talk to a human. So
yeah,
I definitely don't. I don't want nobody who I can't talk to a physical person, and I got to talk to a machine because me personally, I mean, people can do what they want, but me personally, I hate when I can't talk to a real person. And I gotta talk to a machine. Because it's aggravating. That's why I be telling people like AI is here to assist us, and I'm not scared of AI because I know at the end of the day that human touch is unbeatable. You don't want to talk to a machine sometimes. Sometimes you have to talk to a human who can really understand and get your problem solved.
Absolutely.
So when you're looking for a distributor, in my personal opinion, like I said, people can do whatever they want. This is not financial advice. This is not advice for you to do. But I personally want somebody who I can get a real human on the phone. So that way, if an issue comes up with a release, an issue comes up with anything on the platform, you can talk to a real person and you can get just what you was talking about, support. You can't get no support if you can't even talk to a human.
No, for real.
Like that's just me personally.
Or if you got a release, like for example, when I was with DistroKid, and this is not to bash them, this is just telling my real life experiences.
Story. Yeah.
So when I was with DistroKid, me and King George, we released "Keep on Rolling" up under DistroKid. We had another anonymous person come right back and release the same track. You know what I'm saying? Under TuneCore. But of course, we owned the masters, we owned the rights to the song. So it was a bunch of going back and forth, and we was with DistroKid. So every time we tried to hit them, it took like 72 hours for them to even email me back, get in contact with anybody, fix the problem, and then like once we did hear back, we wrote back. We gotta wait another 72 hours. So like, if you are artist on mainstream or on a certain level in your career, that's just something that you're not gonna want to put up with.
For real.
And that's why I switched. That was one of the main reasons of why.
So with DistroKid, can you talk to a live person with them? It just takes long. You can't even talk to no real person.
Not that I know
your
of.
experience.
Yeah, I never was able to talk to anyone outside of the 72-hour chat, and that was probably like 2.5, 3 years ago. So it might be a little faster now. But
that's your personal.
That was my personal experience.
Yeah, and I'm cool on that. Like I said, I already expressed how I feel about it. If I can't talk to no person, it's gonna be hassle on customer service, especially when it comes to your music distribution, because that's where your money's gonna end up coming from. You don't want to have no games being played with that. So that's definitely very important for people to take, and I don't want that to go over their heads.
Absolutely.
Okay, man. Make sure you get somebody who can support you on the journey, and not just somebody who's just trying to get a percentage of the catalog, but not really gonna be there to help you.
Yeah, or they just want you to pay them every year to host your music.
Yeah, but host your music, but they're not helping you in no kind of way.
Nah,
so
I can't do that.
That's key. That's key. Okay, so when and how do artists actually get paid from the distribution? Because you know a lot of people are confused about that. How do they get paid?
So the distribution, all distribution platforms, from my knowledge, they all are like 3 months behind. So they're all a quarter behind in pay. What I didn't like, not to bash DistroKid again, but what I did not like about their pay system was it was all over the place. Like you might get paid royalties on the 10th, and then something else might hit on the 14th. And then something else might come on the 25th. And it's like, I don't know if you're done. Like, not if you're done, but it's not like an organized way of keeping up with your income month over month.
And what have you seen with other platforms?
So I've been with, like I said, Vidia, and I feel like with them, it was pretty consistent. You know, like at a certain date of each month, you're going to get paid. It's like in the middle of the month. So they didn't have like a set date. I want to say theirs was like something like that through the 25th, and your check will be coming like during that time period. So you can be expecting to get paid during that time period. But what I love about Symphonic is once a month.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It's usually the first of the month, and it's on time and be there. Unless you got a holiday or it's a weekend or something like that, you can expect your check to get paid. It's not all over the place, and you know, like every first of the month, I got this check coming in.
Okay.
That's clockwork.
That makes sense.
So I can respect the organization of it. You know what I'm saying? Like versus DistroKid just dropping something on me here, dropping something on me there.
But
You know
regardless who you're going to, it's going to be, you're getting paid every quarter, pretty much.
Yeah. Unless you got something where they're about to give you like an advance, but that's
Other than that, distribution they pay out every
they
quarter.
paying out every quarter.
Okay, so
Yeah,
every
for
quarter
sure.
they can look to get paid, and then it just pretty much assuming you just drop the account that you want, and they just put it right into the bank account you want to.
Like if you got partners under your label, you can always do splits. So with the splits, like of course you know how we do it inside. You could break down the artists, the producers, the co-producers, and et cetera, and everybody will get paid based on the percentage, and it
So
automatically.
you don't have to manage and mainly send out percentages.
Not the old school.
Yeah, it's just gonna break it all the way down. Everybody get their distributions. Whatever accounts they want to set up with is going to them bank accounts.
For sure.
That's how everybody gets paid.
That's how everybody get paid.
All right, that's clear. So now we know how you get paid, your distributions for that, and that's good because people need to know this information. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
People need to know this before they step into the game so they can know and know what to expect. So going into the next question, I'm glad you mentioned royalties. So what is the difference between royalties, your masters, and publishing? Because it kind of gets confusing when the certain artists, they might say, "Oh, well, my masters and the publishing,"
Okay.
but they don't really know what they're speaking on. So
I'll break it down like per section. So your royalties is what you're getting paid for from your music catalog.
Okay.
You would get paid from the distribution side of it, and then you would get paid from the publishing side of it.
Okay.
That's how you pretty much break down your royalties.
And when you say publishing, not to cut you off, what exactly is the publishing? Like, what is the publishing?
So it's different publishers. So like with me, I have both. I have BMI and I have ASCAP.
Okay.
So and it's another one, CSAC. You know, I like for artists to do their homework to see like what publisher fits best for them. For me, I work with artists of all different calibers and from all over, and they have both publishers. So like I had to get both publishers to make it work for the company. So it just depends on like what works for the artist. Like,
but what exactly is the publisher? So those are the publishers that you use, but what exactly is the publisher? Like when they say
the publisher,
what is the publisher?
The publisher is the people that's going to collect royalties for you.
Okay.
So it's all type of different royalties. So what I want artists to do is go figure out what's the difference between your distribution royalties and their publishing royalties. Like that's their homework.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because if you're serious about it, then you
should know what's going on.
The difference between the two. You should know that these are the ways that you getting paid as an artist. So that's my homework to you. Go look up the difference between the distribution royalties and the publishing royalties, and that way you will know 100% from A to Z what you're supposed to be getting paid for.
And I would just add on to what you were saying. The publishing is going to be literally the songwriting side. That's like the contents of the book. You know what I'm saying? That's why you need a publishing company to release a book, because it's the words of the song.
Yeah, for sure.
So that is a part of the publishing. So the publishing company is giving your checks for your actual creation of your words. Like those are your original words. You know what I'm saying? So those are publishing rights. You know what I'm saying? Just so people know and have a clear understanding of, okay, your masters are the recording.
Absolutely.
Publishing is the words that you recorded. But both of those are different separate sets of intellectual property that both need to be protected and that you are going to earn distribution and royalties from.
Absolutely.
So just to make it simple so that everybody can understand, because you did a great way of breaking it down, but I just want to pretty much reiterate what you're saying in case it went over somebody's head, to recap again, like this is exactly what those are, so they have a clear understanding and moving forward. Like you said, do their own homework, and if they have any more questions, they can reach out to us, of course, but if they do want to do their own homework to see like, okay, what exactly is it? Because I agree with you. If you're gonna get into music, you need to know exactly what's going on, because a lot of times they'll get into these deals and later on they'll say that somebody did them wrong, but you didn't do no homework.
What I've seen with the whole deals and record deals, um, labels like the majors, they usually come in, and when they come in, they sign just for the distribution part, and you have a whole separate deal come in from publishing. You know what I'm saying? So that's why it's very important to know that the two, because you can get tied in an all-in-one too. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important
to know what you're getting in. Yeah.
What you're giving up, what you're standing for, how you need to be moving forward, protecting your intellectual property, protecting your business, and just knowing the inside of the business so that you can take your career and move it from A to Z.
That makes sense. So with the distribution, right, with the distributors of different companies, are you able, I mean, of course, because you've already said it, but when you switch these different distributors, do you have to start from scratch? Are you losing your streams? Like, how does that work when you're switching from one distributing company to another one?
So when you're switching, it's definitely a process. When I switched, I honestly just sent off a couple emails, and I had them do it for me so that I wouldn't like mess it up, no way, shape, or form.
Yeah.
I just reached out to the distribution company, and I had them do it so that if anything happened, it'll fall on them. That's how I would really recommend doing it, so that you don't lose your views, you don't lose your subscribers or your page, like when you're switching, because it's basically like you're taking it off of one platform and putting it on another platform. But say if you got like 1 million views on YouTube and you upload it through DistroKid, and you wanted to move from DistroKid because they're not answering the phone, okay, and you want to move it over to Symphonic, you just reach out to Symphonic and say, hey, I got a music catalog at DistroKid. I love your brand. I love what you're doing here. I love how you guys are helping artists and growing platforms. I was wondering, could we partner together and I can move my current platform and my current catalog over to your platform? And they gonna be like, yeah, cool, let's do it. Of course, because they get money from it, so it's all a recycle. You know what I'm saying? And they get you situated. So that's basically the simple form of doing it. And I'm sure you can do that with any of them. It's kind of like if you ask me, it's kind of like you switching cell phone carriers.
That's a good analogy.
You know what I'm saying?
You're taking all the data from this one carrier, moving to another carrier. Like you said, it is a process.
Yeah.
When you go in the phone store, it's the same way. They'll do it for you. You can do it yourself, but they'll be like, well, look, we'll go ahead and move everything over for you, make it a seamless process. So it's the same with the distributors. Like that's a great example. Like the phone company, go, you put all from one phone.
You know they're gonna get you right.
You know they're gonna get you situated. That's a great. I like that analogy right there. That was perfect. Okay, well, you gave a lot of game on that, so I want y'all to take heed to that as well. So don't feel like if you get one company and it's not going how you want, that you're just locked into that deal. You can always get out of it and switch companies later. So that's important for people to know. And just to close out with this last question, I like to give a little game to see what mistakes can be avoided. So what mistakes do you think people can avoid when it comes to distributing their music? Maybe some mistakes that you went through, you know what I'm saying, that you can give so they don't have to go through that pain, something that you kind of already went through. What's it, like a big mistake that you feel like you made that you can help?
It's a difference in this game between being a rookie and being a professional.
Okay.
And rookies leave the studio without split sheets and contracts. Professionals make sure that split sheets and contracts are done before even entering the studio. So I just feel like mistake wise, don't make a mistake. Go ahead, have your split sheet, have your agreement, have whatever agreement you make with your producers, your songwriters, your labels, your A&Rs, whoever you decide to do business with. Just make sure that your business is on point. Make sure that people are getting paid. Make sure that your name is good, so that when it's time to do business, you don't have to be running nobody down to try to do you a favor because you ain't paid the last time and all of that, because those times are 100% out.
Reputation.
People want to be paid for their work. People want to be paid for their exposure. People want to be paid for using their platforms. People want to be paid for their time. So don't come into this game thinking like, hey, I don't have a big budget, but I want to do such and such and such. Like, bro, nobody cares.
Yeah.
So if you want to do this, then you got to put the money up to do it. Put the time up, use your resources, and don't waste nobody's time. That's the game that I would recommend.
And I like that. And it's crazy because that's exactly what I wanted to end off in saying is, just to add on to what you said, because I was just thinking to end off, stop treating this like a hobby, man.
Yeah.
If you really want to get in, and this goes for any business.
Like a mom and pop shop.
This
killing
goes for
that mom and pop shop.
It gets for any business though. Like, if you're gonna go into music, just like any other business, treat it as a business. Not like you're doing this as a hobby. Not like you're doing this as a side hustle. Treat it as a business. Just like my man just said. Before you go into that studio, if you're a professional, you need to know the terms, the agreements, and what do we. I call it moving with purpose. When you go into that studio, you're moving with purpose. When you have a split sheet, you're moving with purpose. When you have a contract ready to go with everybody, and everybody knows what's expected of them, and they know their roles and they know their duties, and you go in here and you're doing a job that was intentional. You're moving with purpose. So when it comes to locking in on your career, when it comes to locking in on your vision, when it comes to locking in on your dreams, move with purpose. That way, the plan can never fail because you're moving with that purpose and that intention. So, as we always say, man, go and master your vision. And if you need help with anything, any assistance, we right here. You need some funding to get these dreams off the ground. Just like my man said, ain't nobody gonna sit here and do no favors for you just because this is your dream. If it's your dream, you have to make it happen, which means you have to figure out how to get the resources to make it happen. But don't think nobody's gonna do no free work for you, because just being real, anybody who put in the time and the grind, they deserve to get paid for what they doing. They deserve to get paid for what they doing. So let them get paid for what they doing, and if you have to figure out how to get the resources, then figure it out. And guess what? One way that you can definitely get some resources is to come right here where we at. We do funding so we can get your funding, so that way you can fund your career. You don't have to worry about, oh, I don't have money for this. No, treat it like a business, not a hobby. Get access to the funds. Once you get the money, now you know, okay, I can go pay this, and this, that. Set it up right. Have your plan. Just like you said, you gotta have a plan when you go in the studio. Have a plan before you go into business. Have a business plan, and once you get the business plan, go and get the funds to work that business plan through credit, the same way the whole world is working. Get access to the funds, and then go and chase that dream, man. So I hope y'all learned something. I know that you gave jewels, so I don't even have to question if it was game to be picked up. I just hope y'all picked up what my man was putting down. And until the next time, man, y'all go out there and be